All right, welcome. Welcome everyone. Welcome to yoga. My name's Cathy and I'm going to be guiding you through your practice. So you can be bare feet or sock feet or even shoes if you like. So until you get a mat, that's fine as well. So take a moment just to make any little adjustments. Let's pick up our yoga block or our ball if you have a ball or cushion, just something to hang on to. I'm going to frame that ball or cushion block at the heart. And just taking a moment to close your eyes, soften your gaze. And begin to breathe and notice. Shoulders relaxing. And feel your feet on the earth, grounding to the earth energy. The sitting bones on the chair. And the hands pressing gently into the block or ball. And just noticing your breath, breath by breath. And taking a moment to set your intention for your practice, that heartfelt intention. Your heart's desire, whatever you're cultivating in your practice. And know that you are worthy of abundance, worthy of your heart's desire. And as you're ready, blinking the eyes open. Good, welcome. Thanks for showing up today. Let's reach the arms forward, inhaling. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, stretching, filling up the belly like a balloon. Exhale, draw it back. Getting a little movement as we limber up. Good. From here, let's change the angle. Inhale, reach upwards. Exhale, draw it back into the heart space. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, draw it in. Take your time, just moving at a comfortable range for your shoulders. A couple more times. And as you're ready, let's add on. Let's inhale, reach up, take the block in one hand, circle it around, draw it back into the heart. Other side, inhale. Exhale, circling around. And continue if that feels good. Know that you can opt out of anything that I suggest today. You know your body best. And if there's any concerns or questions, make sure you just let me know. Good, one more time. Bring that block between the knees and make sure you're a little bit away from the back of your chair. Palms can rest on the thighs. And we're going to inhale, fill up the belly as we arch the back, gazing up. And as long as flexion's okay for your spine, draw the belly in and flex your spine, look down. So you might have been told not to flex your spine if you're dealing with osteoporosis, so you can just breathe into the belly without this flexion. Good. Take your time, breathing and noticing. And in yoga, we typically breathe in and out through the nose, but feel free to breathe out through the mouth if that simply feels better. Good, last one. So this cat and cow stretch, nice way to limber up your spine. Let's pause, and then from here, inhale, turn to look to the right, and then back center, turn looking left, and center. Good, just noticing how this feels, moving gently. That's it. One more each way. And last one. And center, good. Bring your arms to the sides. Inhale, shrug the shoulders. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, shrugging. Exhale, letting go. And then we can start to do shoulder circles, up, down, and back. Good. And then maybe one at a time. And return center. Good. Let's bring our hands to the heart into Anjali Mudra. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, draw it into the heart space. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Gather in that energy. Bring it into the heart. A couple more times. You might follow your hands. This time, add a twist. Inhale, reach up. Twist gently to your right. Land in an easy twist. Breathe into this shape. One hand resting on the leg, one hand resting on the chair. On your next in-breath, reach up to the sky, come back to your center, pausing in the center. Let the ribs settle, your spine. And when you're ready, inhale, reach up, and let's spiral in the other direction. Again, land in a comfortable twist. Feel the ribs expanding outwards and up, and then softening inwards and down. As you're ready, reach up, turning center, hands to the heart. Feeling the beat of your heart. Again, remember to be kind to yourself along the way. Modify anything that we do for comfort. And enjoy your practice. From here, let's slide back in our chair a little bit, perhaps. Hands resting on the thighs or gently hanging onto the chair. We can stretch the legs away and then draw it in. Shoulders over hips, nice and tall. So we're still holding in those corset muscles. Good, lifting tall. That's it. And then holding the legs out, let's point your toes and flex your feet. Point your toes, flex the feet. And you might circle your feet in one direction. And circle the feet in the other direction. And shake out your feet. Good. All right. Let's take our block. We're going to turn to face your right. And block between the knees or ball. Sitting nice and tall, shoulders still over the hips. Feet grounded. Let's add a little twist. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, twist, turn to the back of your chair seat. Let your hands land on the chair back. And take a few deep breaths here. As you're ready, reach up to the sky, turn your shoulders back so they're in line with the hips, float the hands down to the legs. Pause for a breath. Good, and then let's release that block. We can place the block on the floor. Now you can use a block or the ball if you want, or you can opt to not use anything at all. So coming into this hip flexor stretch, curl the ball of the toe under in the back foot. Front foot is grounded. You can change the height of your block too. So the block might be a little higher. Good. And then reaching that front arm up, coming into a hip flexor stretch. So opening the hip, just breathing and noticing. Good, that's it. Body tall, pressing into the feet. As you press into the feet, notice the action of the leg muscles, the glute muscles. Let's reach both arms up, squaring off your shoulders and hips. So this is warrior one. Finding warrior one, nice long spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Yep. So that inside butt cheek is still on the chair. You're still seated on the chair. Good. And then releasing that back hand to the thigh, front hand forward, front leg back, coming into flying warrior. Good. Yep. Yep. Come right up to sit on your chair. Yep. Yep. Make sure you're sitting on your chair. Yep. Good. Just breathing. Option is to lift both hands, or maybe just one arm is lifting. You're getting that nice long opening. And then lift both arms. Start to bend your back knee, straightening the spine, the torso. Start to pivot on that toe and windmill the arms into warrior two. So we're pressing into the external outside part of the foot. This foot might be more forward. You decide what feels good for your hip and your knee. And then rotating your palms turning up. Rotate palms turning down. So spiraling the arm bones right out of the shoulder joint. Notice how that feels. Good. Palms reaching up. Take your right hand to the sky, left hand to the thigh, lightly resting on the leg. Sun worshiper. Again, we're creating space in the ribs, the side body, pressing through the feet. And when you're ready, windmill back to those parallel arms, or warrior two. And then coming into extended side angle, lower that front elbow and arm, lightly resting. Circle the back arm up and around, arm by the ear, and then open your shoulders to the long edge of your mat. And we're lifting through the waistline. So really light on this elbow and forearm. It can rest just lightly. Good. Breathing fully. And on your next inhale, reach up. Exhale back to parallel arms and release your arms. Good. Let's help that back leg forward, the front. Turn to face center, and we'll pause for a moment. Eyes can be opened or closed. And just notice the breath. Notice sensation. Good. As you're ready, blinking the eyes open. And then we can pick up our block. We're going to repeat that sequence on the other side. So same thing, other side. Block or ball, cushion between the knee, sitting side on in your chair, shoulders over hips. And if twisting is okay for your spine, we'll add that twist again. We're going to inhale, reach the arms, lift and lengthen. Exhale, gently turn towards your chair back, float the arms down to the top of the chair seat. So, or to the chair back, I should say. Breathing deeply. And gently squeezing the block or ball. Gently drawing the belly in. And as you're ready, reach up to the sky, turn your shoulders back so they're over top of the hips. Float the hands down to the legs. Pausing here, just breathing. Good, as you're ready, we can remove that block, and you might place the block on the floor. You might use the block, or you might decide not to use the block, really depending on flexibility and height of your chair. So as you scoot forward, free up that front hip and buttock. One butt cheek is certainly on the chair for stability. Back hand on the chair seat as well. The front arm reaching up. Lift and lengthen, option to stay very tall, or you can gently add a side bend towards the back of your chair. So we're opening through the ribs, belly, those hip flexors. And these muscles get tight and shortened from all the sitting that we do. This is a nice stretch, so push through the feet, firming up the leg muscles, your glutes. As you're ready, reach both arms up for warrior two, shoulders over hips, aligning the spine, just breathing. And then releasing that back hand to the thigh for support. Front hand reaching forward, slide the back leg back, coming into flying warrior. So pressing firmly through the front foot for support. Allowing the breath to flow. Option is to lift both arms for further challenge. That's it, looking good. As you're ready, bend that back knee, straighten the torso, and then pivoting on that back toe. Adjust that back leg for comfort for the knee and hip. Stretch it long. Shoulders over hips as much as you can. And then we can rotate the palms turning up and palms turning down. Good. Breathing and noticing. That's it. And then leaving our palms up, left hand to the sky, right hand just lightly resting on the leg, sun worshiper. Opening the side ribs, the side body. That's it. Good work, everyone. Let's windmill the arms back parallel. Taking another breath. Lower that elbow to the thigh. Circle the opposite arm up and around, arm by the ear. And then open the shoulders a little. Stacking the shoulders. And keeping that lift in your waistline. Keep pressing through the feet. And keep that really light through the elbow and arm, that we're not collapsing into the arm, that we're staying lifted. That's it. Crown of the head away from the tailbone. And then when you're ready, reach up, windmill the arms, and float the arms down. Good. Let's bend the back knee, help it forward to the front. We'll turn again to face center, pausing for a moment, just noticing your breath, noticing sensation. Good. From here, we're going to do seated pigeon pose. So we're going to hug that right knee in. We'll start with that single wind reliever. So we can either grab our shin or hook the arms underneath, either or. Nice and tall, pressing into this support foot, lifting your chest, sternum, that's it. Breathe into the belly. Like a balloon, filling up and softening. And then we might pick up that lower leg, rocking back and forth for a moment. And then resting the ankle above or below the knee. So it might be here, or it could be here, or you could even use that yoga block to rest and turn out. So anything at all, whatever works for your knees and hips. We're getting that stretch deep in the external hip muscles. Keeping the spine lifted, chest lifted. That's it. Just breathing into the hips. Deep breaths. So this is seated pigeon. Looking good. And let's release that foot. Good. And ready for the other side. So again, we can draw that opposite knee in, breathing into the belly and ribs, or we can hook underneath if that's easier. Good. Just noticing breath here. So we're massaging all the internal organs with our breath. This can be a really nice one first thing in the morning before you even get out of bed. So you could do a little yoga before you even get out of bed. Let's pick up that lower leg. You can grab the foot or the ankle, maybe rocking back and forth if that feels okay. And then resting the ankle above or below the knee. Let the knee fall out where it may. Sitting nice and tall. Elongating the spine to deepen the pose, hinging forward from the hips, but keeping your spine long. Breathing into those muscles. And this hip might feel completely different. We have 6 external hip muscles that get tight and strong, and each hip's going to feel a little different. Breathe into any tightness. Letting go of any tension. And then slowly release out of the stretch. And both feet on the earth. Pausing here, take opportunity to hydrate or grab water or make any adjustments. Good. And then from here, we're going to come up to stand. So we're going to come up to stand, and we're going to come to the right side of your chair. I'm just going to pull my chair forward a bit. So come to the right side. And we can have one hand on the chair, one hand on your hip. We're going to shift our balance to that inside leg. We're going to take the outside heel up and out. So bring the heel just above the ankle. So getting some external rotation, and hands might stay as they are. They might reach out for tree. So this is option for tree posture. Picking that focal point to gaze at. Finding balance. Good, just breathing. Building strength and balance. Notice your breath. Good, and bringing the hand back to the chair and the hip, the knee forward, and bring that foot back to the earth. Good. So from here, that outside arm can reach up to the sky, and then do a nice side bend for crescent moon. Breathing into this shape. Relaxing the inside elbow and shoulder. And feel both feet rooted to the mat or the ground. When you're ready, reach up and then float that arm down. Good. From here, let's do one more exercise on this side for strength. Hand on the hip, hand on the chair. Let's take the outside knee up, do some external rotation, close, and back to the floor. Let's do it again. Up and open, close, and back to the floor. So taking your time. That's it. Body tall. You've got it. And last one. Good. And release. Good. Let's walk over to the other side of our chair. And we'll start with tree pose. So hand on the hip, hand on the chair. We're going to shift our balance to the inside leg. Lift the outside heel, turning the knee out. Bring the heel just above the ankle. Again, hands can be wherever you like. They might stay on the hips. They might reach out a little bit or be at the heart. And pick that focal point to gaze at. Notice your breath. Crown of the head skyward. Little squeeze of the shoulder blades, shining your heart forward. Good. Know that your chair is right there if you need it. then releasing back. Take the knee forward and the foot back to the earth. Good. From here, crescent moon. So again, outside arm up. Exhale, side bend for crescent moon. Coming into...
Last night, by the way. There was a crescent moon last night.
Ah. Oh, nice. Breathing into this shape. Feet rooted, crown of the head reaching away from your feet. And when you're ready, reach back up. Float that arm down by your side. Good. And then hand might be on the hip, hand on the chair. Let's shift our balance to the inside leg, building standing leg strength. Outside knee comes up. External rotation. Close and to the floor. Let's do it again. Up and open, close, and to the floor. That's it. Looking good, everyone. That's it. And last one. Good, good. All right, shake it out. Good. From here, we're going to turn our chair so that you're facing your chair seat and standing in front of the chair. And you can set aside your block. Good, so nice and tall. Feet hip bone width apart. And let's open the palms, turning our palms forward for tall mountain. Little bend in the knees, nice and tall. Feel both feet grounding. And then bringing our hands into our heart, into prayer hands or Anjali Mudra. We'll begin. Let's inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold, reach to that flat back, hands on the chair. And then stepping back right and left. And then aligning your plank. Inhale, let's go upward dog or just a breath in plank. Exhale, lift the hips, step forward into down dog and reach to the back of your chair seat. Now bend your knees as much as you need to help keep the spine long. Sink into the heels, that's it, just breathe. Just notice. And then halfway lift, slide your hands forward, coming up a little taller, hands to the thighs for support, come up all the way. Take your time, hinging up. Tall mountain. Good. Let's bring our hands back to the heart. Let's try that again. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, diving forward, flat back, hands on the chair. Stepping back right and left to plank. And then you might align your plank, shoulders, hips, and ankles. Inhale, you might add an upward dog, arching the spine. And then exhale, downward dog, stepping forward, reaching hands to the back of the chair. Good. Yep, modify for comfort. That's it. Perfect. Yep. And breathing. Bend the knees. And then halfway up, and then all the way up, hands on the thighs for support. Pausing in that tall mountain. Good. Let's bring our hands to our hips now. We're going to take a step forward on your right foot, a step back on the left, turning the left toes out a little. So we're going to do pyramid pose. We're going to rotate our hips more squarely to the chair. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge and reach to your chair seat, flat back. So you should be starting to feel a stretch in the right hamstrings or the back of the upper right thigh. So that right leg can be straight. Both legs are fairly straight. Gazing a little bit upwards, keeping the neck long. Just breathing. Good, just noticing. Continue to press that left hip forward, the right hip back to change the angle to deepen the stretch. Maybe softening the elbows, getting a little lower, deepening the stretch. As you're ready, bend both knees, step forward, ground your feet, hands on the thighs for support, and then hinge or roll up, tall mountain. So options to come up, hinging might be better for if you're having any spinal concerns or osteoporosis, and rolling up, you can roll up if that feels good as well. Let's do the other side, hands back to the hips. Step back on your right foot, turning the right toes out about 20 or 30 degrees. Left toes are at 12 o'clock facing the chair. And then rotate your hips more squarely to the chair. Then inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, reach towards the chair with a flat back, getting that stretch in the back of the upper leg. So that left leg hamstring. Make sure your stance is long enough that you do feel a stretch in your hamstrings. And breathing deeply here. Just noticing and breathing. Visualize the crown of the head away from the tailbone. And then keep pulling that left hip back, the right hip forward to deepen the stretch. You'll feel that from the sitting bones through to the back of the leg, those hamstring muscles. Maybe soften the elbows a little. Breathing into the hamstrings, into the length of the spine. Keeping the head lifted, gazing a little forward. Good. When you're ready, bend both knees, step forward, ground your feet, hands to the thighs for support, hinge or fold up, tall mountain. Good. From here, you might turn to face center if you want. We're going to bring our hands into Anjali Mudra again. Sink back into the feet. Let's inhale, sweep up. Exhale, interlace the hands, make a little steeple with your pointer fingers. Take another breath. Exhale, right side bend. Inhale, lift and lengthen, center. Left side bend. And center. Good. Do that again. Other side. Clasping the hands closer together to activate the muscles of the arms. One more each way, perhaps. And last one. And release your arms. Good. Roll the shoulders up, down, and back. Great work, everyone. This time, grab your beach ball or your block or cushion, whatever you have, and place that between the upper thighs so that you're hanging on to that firmly. And ground your feet, stretch out your toes. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and sink back towards your chair. So that imaginary chair. Good. Shoulders relaxed for chair pose. Light on your toes and weighted in the heels so that we're activating quads, hamstrings, and your glutes. Good. And then you might bring your hands to the heart. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw it in. Pause here for a couple of breaths. So find that elevates your heart rate, so take your time, notice your breath. And why don't we try this again, but with a twist. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale, sink back towards that imaginary chair. Take another breath. Hands to the heart. Take another breath. Twist in one direction, hands can come to the thighs, or the forearm can come to the thighs. Just breathing. Forearm or upper arm, I should say. So you might even be here or here. And as you're ready, on your next in-breath, reach up skyward. Exhale, push it away with a sigh. And hands back to the heart. Just breathe. Good work. Let's do the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink back, hinging at the hips. Take another breath. Hands come to the heart. Another breath. Twisting in the opposite direction, hands on the thighs, or again, bringing that upper arm to the thigh, adding your twist. So either or, breathing and noticing, weighted in the heels. And then reach up skyward and bring the hands to the heart. Pausing here for a moment. Just breathing, regulating the heart rate, slowing down the heart rate. Good, let's release that block. And we can set our block aside. Again, maybe having a sip of water en route if you like. And then we can use our chair again. So you can face your chair in any direction. Let's come again to the right side of your chair. Hand on the chair, hand on the hip. We'll do a little bit more strengthening for that hip. So we're going to shift our balance to that inside leg again. And we're going to press the outside leg away and release. We're going to press away and release. That's it. Take your time, nice and tall. Building hip strength here. Good, maybe two more, you decide. Good, last one. Good, and then come in behind your chair. Before we go to the other side, we're going to add a set of calf raises. It's really important for our strength through the feet and ankles, our calves. So rising up and releasing slowly. Good. Lots of breath. You've got it. Two more. And last one. Good. Let's come to the other side of your chair. Hand on the hip, hand on the chair for support. Shift your balance to the inside leg, and then outside leg presses away and return. Good. Pressing away and release. So building strength on that standing leg and building strength on the external hip muscles on the outside leg. You've got it. Good. Again, maybe two more on this side. Good. Last one. And once again, come in behind your chair. I'm just going to turn my angle a little bit. So calf raises. So we'll do another set of calf raises. Building strength. So again, this can help our walking gait, help us to keep strong ankles, helping us to prevent falling. Looking good. Good job. And then let's take a step forward on one foot, a step back on the other, coming into a calf stretch. And again, we can hang on to the chair for support, or you might opt to lift one hand and then the other, or just one hand on the chair. So whatever works for you. Keep breathing into the calves. Create awareness of your breath, your balance. Good work. Bringing one hand back, the other, step it in, walk it out on the spot. And the other side, take a lengthy step back. Ease into that calf stretch, shoulders relaxing. Just breathing. Good, just noticing. And release and step it in. And then from here, you might turn your chair. Find a comfortable place. You can lie on the floor with your legs up on the chair. Grab water, grab a layer of clothing, and I'll just turn the lights down a little bit. So get comfortable. So coming into our final relaxation. Comfortable place where you feel a sense of ease, a sense of comfort. And allow the body to relax. Eyes can be opened or closed. And we'll take a few minutes to soften, to relax. Again, part the lips gently to soften your face, to relax your jaw. And just noticing your breath, allowing the body to soften. Slowly begin to awaken. Creating awareness around you. And just noticing how you feel at the end of your practice. Blinking the eyes open, and we can bring our hands to our heart, taking a moment of gratitude, a moment of kindness for this practice, for each other. May you have a blessed day. May you be safe. May you be well. May you be happy. We'll close our practice with a bow and the word namaste. Namaste.